Good morning, riders. It's the Llano Rider here. Well, I am on day one of the trip to Arkansas. Let's check it out. All right, got Amarillo behind me. I'm on I-40, the road in front of me, and headed towards Arkansas to meet up Chuck Chops. Man, I'm been so excited for this trip. I'm ready. Got the gear behind me. Trailer's pulling great so far. It is a beautiful 78 degrees right now. Some chances of rain here and there. We'll see how that goes. As far as today, we're cruising down I-40. We'll get into Oklahoma. I won't record most of Texas because, hey, you guys have seen it before on the way to Stillwater, just on a lot of my videos. So we'll probably pick it up in Oklahoma, especially after Oklahoma City. There is a stretch I'm going to take where I get off of I-40, jump on old 66, and go over the Pony Bridge. I love that little ride. It's awesome. It'll add a little bit of time to my ride, but well worth it, and we will definitely record that. Man, so far so good with the trailer. You know, I get asked a lot of questions, if I notice it back there. I definitely notice it back there when I'm taking it off. I've got to get the RPMs up a little higher to get moving. And I can feel it tug occasionally. I definitely feel it more in the beginning than at the end. Now, I will say this is my longest trip. I literally went from, and that wasn't the plan, but it's just the way it worked out. The first one was Caldera Canyon, which is maybe 45 minutes away one night. This trip, multiple days. It's actually a 5-day, 4-night trip. Today it's stop in Lake Eufaula. I never can say it. Eufaula. Hope I said that right. I can say it right when I'm looking at the name. To camp and then on to Arkansas tomorrow. So anyways, guys, we'll turn on some music. We'll check out some views. I hope you like it. Follow along the whole way. Wish me safe travels. On the edge of the Llano Estacado. Those don't look too promising. Hopefully they burn off those clouds. Or I might be wearing my rain gear. Now, if you're ever going eastbound on I-40, actually, if you're following 66, we are on 66 now. It is underneath us. But this little rest stop, Texas rest stop, is pretty neat. It's dedicated to Route 66. I actually have it on this video here. If you want to check that out. But we're not stopping today. Now the rest stop on the westbound side of I-40, man, it is, I like it better than the Route 66 because it just has some amazing views of the Llano Estacado because you're just kind of getting up on top of it. So yeah, if you're ever westbound, out the views, especially if you need a bathroom. It's very clean. Talks about the wind, how we've harnessed the wind for water and power here on the Llano Estacado. So it's a really neat little rest stop. And that is the Llano Estacado. You know, some of the embankments are higher, especially on the Texas-New Mexico side. It's still beautiful. Trailer's pulling great. I tell you the one thing, I find myself, I tend to kind of ride on the left side of the lane when I'm not pulling trailer. When you're pulling the trailer, you need to stay right on the edge of that left side of the lane in the middle because you're a little wider. But so I find myself drifting over, but I bet that I'll be used to it by the time I get home.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? The Llano Rider has left the Llano Estacado. I repeat, the Llano Rider has left the Llano Estacado. Thank you.
Oklahoma. You know, there's a joke. You know why Texas doesn't float off into the Gulf of Mexico and into the ocean? Because Oklahoma sucks. No, there's a big rivalry between Texas and Oklahoma for some reason. Something to do with that Red River. Ooh, it is. I bet it's coming down. Mild Hogs, hope you like the joke. Oklahoma boys, same for you. Actually, I love Oklahoma. It's beautiful. I got family here. A little bit of Cherokee and Blackfoot blood in me. Little, not a lot. Exit 101. Let me start that over. Usually I get off after Lucille's and Hydra. The GPS, I just I set it on river on where I was going next, and then I did the click and drag over to the Pony Bridge. So yeah, this is the way it sent me, so it's probably faster. the Pony Bridge. So they call it the Pony Bridge because of the pony trestles. So the little yellow trestles are called pony trestles. And I think if I remember right, there was 29 trestles. Just a cool bridge. About a year ago they redid it. Just awesome. Cookie, you really missed out on this bridge. There's a little stop on the other side of the river. This is a Canadian river we're crossing now. I'm not sure. It says South Canadian River, I think, or North. I don't remember which. So I don't know if that's a different fork than the Canadian River that's by my house, by Amarillo, or yeah, if it's a different fork or what. Oh wow, they've added a big compass. That's kind of cool. We're gonna pull in here and take a smoke break, and I think I'm gonna catch me a little drone footage as well. Looks like a lot of people like to do donuts. We're not gonna do donuts. We just rode across one of Oklahoma's most iconic landmarks, crossing the historic Pony Bridge, officially known as the William H. Murray Bridge, stretching nearly 3/4 of a mile across the South Canadian River between Bridgeport and Gary. This impressive structure has been carrying travelers since 1934 as part of the legendary Route 66. It was built during the Great Depression and was considered one of the most ambitious engineering projects ever undertaken by the Oklahoma Highway Commission. The bridge gets its nickname, Pony Bridge, from its distinctive pony truss design. Unlike taller truss bridges, these steel trusses rise only to about shoulder height, giving drivers an unobstructed view of the surrounding landscape. There are 38 individual truss spans, making it the longest pony truss bridge on the entire Route 66 corridor. For generations, families counted the bridge spans as they crossed, while countless Route 66 travelers paused here to admire the river and the sweeping Oklahoma plains. Today, the Pony Bridge remains a symbol of America's Mother Road, connecting not just two sides of a river, but nearly a century of history, adventure, and the enduring spirit of the open road. We did not just ride across steel and concrete. We rode through a living piece of Route 66 history. Ah, that's the Pony Bridge. When I took my Route 66 ride, this video right here, it didn't plot this Route 66 way right here. We're gonna take it now. This would be like original 66 right here now. We're not going to go through real fast through here. It is bumpy. sprinkling on me. So my turn's actually up here on the left, but I'm gonna go to the old Cherokee station here and get some gas. One thing I can tell the difference in pulling the trailer, I use more gas. You know, 500 pounds. Adding the 500 pounds will do that to you. All right, we're back on old Route 66. Damn, it's pretty deep right through here.
Now we're rolling up on Fort Reno, sitting just off historic Route 66 in Canadian County, Oklahoma. You pass a lot of history on two wheels, but places like this really make you pull over and take the helmet off. Established back in 1874 as a temporary camp and officially named Fort Reno in 1876, this post was built right in the heart of the Southern Plains. Its job? To police the Darlington Indian Agency and maintain peace between native tribes and incoming settlers. Famous regiments, including the legendary Buffalo Soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry, were stationed right here. Later on, Fort Reno soldiers actually patrolled the borders during the famous 1889 Oklahoma land run to keep order. But Fort Reno did not operate in a vacuum. Is part of a crucial network of military outposts that secured this whole region. Just to the west, across the Texas line in Mobeetie, stood Fort Elliott, established in 1875 to anchor the Texas Panhandle and protect cattle trails. To the south, Fort Sill acted as a massive hub during the Red River War and Plains Indian campaigns. Up north, Fort Supply guarded the strategic military roads, while Fort Gibson, far to the east, served as the original gateway into the Indian Territory. Together, these outposts shared intelligence, troop movements, and supply lines, effectively turning old military trails into the backbone of the roads we ride on today. Eventually, as Oklahoma moved toward statehood, Fort Reno adapted, later serving as a U.S. Army remount station for military horses, and even holding prisoners of World War II. There's something surreal about cruising past these historic grounds on a modern motorcycle. If you're ever riding through Oklahoma on Route 66, make sure you take the turnoff to see Fort Reno.
That was Fort Reno, and it was pretty neat. Definitely worth a stop. Now it's time to get back on the road. It shows I'm about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Forgot to record that. Anyways, I made a left right outside of Fort Reno. Runs right into Business Loop 40, made a right, and now we're crossing I-40. And it's bumpy. It is official. I am east of 35, and me and the bike have never been east of 35. So me and Roxanne are exploring new adventures together. Oh, Roxanne, I love you. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, still in Oklahoma City. I can't wait to get out of here. just at the exit. The Deep Fork campground at Lake Eufaula was very nice. Of course, it was just an overnight stop. I didn't have a lot of time to spend. The restrooms were nice. Saw a raccoon, two raccoons actually, and I had a good night's sleep. It was a quiet park. I did enjoy my time there. If I had any complaint, I will say that it looks better than what was the pictures that were online. A lot greener. The trees are much better. If I had anything to complain about, I couldn't get down to the lake. I don't know if you noticed in the pictures, the shrubbery is up. Could I probably pick my way back there? Probably, but I just, it was overnight. I didn't feel like messing with that. So really the campground was great. So as far as the ride, man, it was a good ride. I did run. I didn't record it because I took my cameras off the bike. I was afraid the rain would mess them up. I did run into some severe rain after Oklahoma City, actually probably only about an hour away from the campground. And it just poured. In fact, I had to pull over underneath an underpass to get my rain gear on. And that's why in one clip, I don't know if you can really tell, I'm not wearing rain gear. And there, when I get to the park, I am wearing the rain gear. So it did rain on me, but the trailer pulled fine. By the time I got to the park, it had stopped. That night, it did thunder. It was kind of threatening, you know, misted a little bit on me, sprinkled maybe, but it wasn't bad. Good night, a couple of hot dogs, and off to bed I went to get up in the morning and get packed up and back on the road. So let's rate this ride.
Brother.
All right, 4 out of 5 brothers. You know, I went the 4 because really it's the same ride all the way to Oklahoma City, although that Pony Bridge, I love the Pony Bridge. That little ride through there is beautiful, and the Pony Bridge is just cool. So check that out if you have the opportunity. Then after Oklahoma City, I'd been that way in a car before, never on a motorcycle. You know, it definitely trees up and gets, you know, prettier and greener. However, it's an interstate. It's straight and pretty flat. But all in all, it was a great trip. So I gave it 4 brothers. All right, guys. So my next video will be day 2. That is where I leave Lake Eufaula and ride up to Buffalo Springs National Park, where I meet Upchuck Shops. So that will be awesome. Guys, if you like my content, please give me that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and the alerts button so you'll know when I post a new video. Also, you can find me on Facebook. That's the Llano, L-L-A-N-O Rider. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Ride safe, and I hope to see you out there.